왜?
엄마 표정이 너무 웃겨.
This is not hot. This is hot. Spicy. Good, huh?
Bye,
You
yeah,
come
bye.
every time here, huh?
Can I look at the answer?
Answer?
And
Yeah,
I
you
mean like
can.
the one I write it down.
Yeah. It's gonna be totally casual. Are you ready?
I think so.
I think so. If you make a mistake, I can always like cut it out.
Okay.
Yeah, no worries. Hi everyone. Today I'm going to interview the owner of Zen Sushi. Right?
Hi.
Could you tell me like a background of your life story?
Yes, yes. I came to like United States about 18 years ago, and then when I was 20, I always like working in the restaurant, and then the first job I have is like I make sushi, you know, just regular chef, and then I always admire there's like in Japanese they call like itamel, you know, like the high skill like culinary, you know, culture for Japanese they call itamel. So I always admire them. I want to be like one of them in one day. So I started into like working in the restaurant for, you know, different like itamel, you know, so I can learn, you know, a lot of things. And then like after like 17 plus year, I decided to open my own. So, you know, in Mandeville, I saw the opportunity. So, you know, that's why like I decided to open on 2020. Yes. I always want to like create the food. It's like not traditional, but like culinary, the American culture and then the Japanese culture. I want to mix it and then make it really like those kind of creative things. I always wanted to do it. Like in Japan, like the jalapeno, the lime, they don't use a lot. You know, they just use the high quality fish. So I mix it like with high quality fish and the southern style like jalapeno, the cilantros and those stuff that I mix it in and then make it, you know, like creation. So that's why like in my restaurant all the sushi menu they don't have it in other restaurant because it's all my creation, you know, years of experience and then I created those things. So yeah.
So you said you started on 2020, right?
Yes, the restaurant
it
started
was during COVID?
It's right in the middle of the COVID. Yes, it is.
Wow.
Yeah, everybody told me like, you know, like, hey, it's very risky, you know, you open at middle of the COVID, but I see the opportunity because like that time I was looking for a restaurant already like since 2019 and I couldn't find one I really like. And then on 2020 there's like the place is shut down and then like my wife said, hey, there's a place, a restaurant before. I was like, okay, let's go check it out. And then we talked to the landlord and then he said, yeah, we have opening. And then that's the time that at the beginning, not a lot. We start with like to go and stuff like that. Not a lot of people. We need to like very limited like seating and stuff like that. Yeah, I start with it, but after that it just blown up the restaurant. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Do you feel any like competition though, like how Little Tokyo and Kazoku is like around? You know?
No, not really. Because like I knew that my menu they don't have it in the other restaurant. That's made me. I think that's made me special. That's what people like come into my restaurant. So I don't look at their menu and I don't copy anything. I just try to do it like my own way. And then because like I learn it's from my experience. I kind of know like which one and which one combined together and the people will like it. So you know I created my own and then if they like my food they're gonna come here. So I don't really feel like competition or anything, you know. Yes.
Did you like save up money over time before you open the restaurant? Because you're gonna have to have like the base.
Yes, you have to. When I first opening up, I looking for a place that have restaurant before. That time I save up, you know, like about like 300,000. So I want to because it's a fast business. There's the bank. They don't want to like alone, anything, especially in the COVID, middle of the COVID, they don't want to,
Right.
trust you in the middle of the COVID. So, yeah, I save up in the long term, to, because you already have your dream, want to do the business, so you save up for it, yeah.
How long did you take to like build up the entire savings?
For about like 3 years, yeah.
3 years? I thought it would take longer than that.
Yeah, it's 3 years because like my wife, she had her own business. So
really?
she had a nail salon. Yeah, she had a nail salon. So we already had business before, like before we opened the restaurant, and that's the main
Is
thing
it
that helped me
around here?
to. Yeah, it's in Mandeville. Yeah, it's called Angel Touch. Angel Touch nail, but we just sold it recently. So we just sold it. She just sold it recently. So yeah, that's the thing that helped me out too. Yeah.
That's cool. My goal is to have my own business too. So like.
Oh yes, I always tell like younger people, always chase your dream. Like that's very important.
Right. Well, I started my first part-time job recently because I needed money, but before then I was kind of spoiled. Like my dad would do everything for me, but just like a lot of family problems and stuff like that just had to like force me get a job, and I realized it's way harder than I thought to actually like implement all the stuff that I wanted to achieve in the future. Even though I could make money that way, but also at the same time I wanted to like interview people like you to actually get advice. I mean, I could just put my heads down and then just work, but I still need some guidance and some advice from people like you that have experience. A lot of people always say when I interview, they always like say chase your dreams. They're like nearly almost all of them say that. But for me, like when I used to be in like high school and stuff, like teachers usually don't really say that. They're like, go to college, do this and that, right? And also as an Asian culture, right?
Yes.
Like you gotta go to good school.
The
you gotta,
parents,
right?
wanted to like,
Yeah, and my parents are not strict at all, but I always had that kind of pressure somehow, like just growing up in that kind of society kind of like made me feel insecure about my dreams because I felt like I have to conform to the society, and I just felt really sad when I was young because even though like I was like the top student, like I wasn't happy at all because it was not what I wanted to do.
That's not what you wanted to do, yeah.
That's why.
So that's that's the one thing you gotta like or what you wanna do. Like so the dream. You gotta love what you do. On your like, you stay young, very young. So, on your future, whatever the dream you have to like you just chase your dream. For me, when I was like 20s, at that time I was just regular sushi helper, to do. But I always wanted to like have my own restaurant, and I want to be one of the, like skillful, in Japanese culture or the culinary culture. I want to be one of them, but I don't want to be like traditional. I want to be like something that different than other people. So I always learning. But in that time, for my experience, it depends on how big is your dream is. So if your dream is big, you gotta like more step to it, but just enjoying it. There's always like up and down, like problem and difficulties. Even though whatever you do right now, I'm pretty sure there's like problem and difficulties. So I always like encourage them like, hey, just enjoy those movements. Those are steps for your, like wherever you want to go. But the very important thing, you gotta love what you're doing. If not, when you're chasing something that you don't want it, and then when you're facing those like difficulties and problems, it's very easy you to like give up, very easy you to like. But if you chase your dream, you really want what you want it to be, and if you, even though you're facing something that like difficult or problem, you can go through it. You don't easily give up. What I always tell the other people, like especially like my son and younger people, I tell them like, don't scare to make mistake. Mistake is your experience. So whenever you face like mistake, that's when you learn from it. That's the another step. So if you enjoy it along the way, you just enjoying it. I know that sometimes you feel down and sometimes you feel not happy, but enjoying those moments, because those are the steps that is closer to your dream. If you follow that something else is not your dream, you're not gonna be like achieving those.
I feel like there's a limit eventually.
Yes, it is.
So what is your dream, your goal about this restaurant or anything else?
So before I was to be have my own restaurant, and then I want to become one of the skillful culinary culture in Japanese, but I already became one of them. So I put my another set goal. Right now I try to open one in Mandeville. It's building up right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then I'm gonna open one in Destin. So that's the coming up too. And then in the future, I want to have a global business like franchise. Because I want my food is different. So it's because all is my creation. So I saw all the good business, the big company, they have really good good systems to run a business. So I need a good system to run, but I really want to have in different city, different country, even though global, franchise restaurant. Yeah, that's my next dream. Yeah.
So it's not a franchise yet?
No, not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Yeah. It's it's locally owned right now. Yes.
When you open the new restaurants near here, are you gonna kind of copy the design and
Yes.
interiors?
Not interior. I want to do every time I want to do something a little bit different, and then I always want to be improving. What am I doing? So I always try to create every year. Even though in the restaurant I already change this is my third menu already. So every time I change it, creating something new, and then put it in the menu, and then every time create. So in the new one, I want to a little bit different than right now, so they don't have the same food as here and there. So that's what my dream is. Yeah, that's what my plan is.
This is just my quick idea, but if you could have different something interesting on each store that people could as a people sometimes do franchise tours, you know what I mean, across the United States and stuff, whole set of Zen Sushi type of little collection or whatever, I don't know, for each location, unique something.
Of course
that is,
they're gonna have it's gonna have every
Yeah.
location. That's good idea. I'm gonna do that too. So that's what my next dream. I want to start in United States first, and then if to the different country to do that.
Do you feel confident about your business that is gonna expand over time? How Louisiana is kind of tiny, you know what I mean?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
I mean, it's a nice place. It's it's a bubble of Louisiana, but busy cities and competition, whatever. I feel businesses that survive in those places kind of tend to stay longer. And I was going to ask you if you feel confident about opening locations that are really busy, Destin, Florida, and
Yes. I have really confidence in what I'm doing, because I know that I make the good food, fast, and I know the how to make it what people like and what people don't like. It's from my experience.
Right.
If you want to along the way, I learn a lot. 17+ years is a lot. You trust your experience. It's my first restaurant. At first, I kind of worry, because it's the first 3 or 4 months, there's nobody there, and it's a small city. It's a small city, because I don't do most advertising or anything like that. But what I do is when the customer walk in, I treat them as I want to be treated. And then I give them the best I can, the service, the food, and then that's spread out. You know, the mouse advertising is, I think, is the best for you. So you know, like when it's spread out, the whole city, the whole like city know, and then they started to come try and they like it, and then it started blooming. It just only take me like after like 5 months, and then it just like shooting up. You know, the business like right now it's very very busy right now. So since I like run the fast one, I kind of know, you know, how to run it, and then like I already have an experience. I of course I have like a lot of problem and then mistake that I passed through, but those are the steps that made me, when I open the next one, I know that what not to do and what to do already. So that's why I mentioned about, you know, enjoying the moment when you're along the way, when you're achieving your goals, because like those are that help you out for the next one. The next step is
Well, I asked that question because sometimes whenever you start something, sometimes I'm way too confident, and sometimes I'm like way too not confident when I'm supposed to. It's a little tricky. You know?
Yes, I understand. I think it's happened to everybody, especially like when you're facing something that like you think it's a big for you, the big problem for you. I always tell other people, like, when the problem come to you, like whatever difficulties come to you, don't look that problem anymore. Like, why is it happen, or how is it happen, or because it won't solve the problem. When you're facing the problem, just think about how you're gonna solve that. After you solve it one time, the next time it come back to you, you don't worry about it anymore.
I feel like emotion is one of the biggest, like,
you
gotta break through your emotions sometimes, because like sometimes when emotion takes over, you're like, like chaotic.
It's happened to everyone. I think I can think of the word of it, like motivation. So you always need motivation. For me, I'm a Christian, so you know, the Bible is my motivation, and then all the like God word is my motivation. So every time I facing something, I put down on my knee, I pray, and then I read the Bible. Like, you know, the God always say, "I'm with you all the time." For other people, I read a lot too. So other people, what they do is like, you put the word to it, like, so write it down. You write down something, and then put it like every morning when you wake up in the mirror, you post it. Whatever the word that make you like motivate you, you write down those words, like, I can do this, or you know, I'm strong, or those kind of words. You put it in the mirror, and then every time when you wake up, you look the mirror, and then I can do this. I can chase my dream. You know, I will never give up. Those kind of words you put, that's help a lot. You need like motivation. Sometimes when you're down, you need motivation. It's
kind of funny you said about Christianity, because the other day when I interviewed the other guy, he's 70 years old, 70. He's like really old. He had so many different businesses. He had like jewelry stores at like hotels, and he's currently he's like a LD Systems, and it's like ATM machines, you know, like where it's like a security stuff for ATM machines. And like he had just throughout his entire life, like he has so many struggles throughout his teenage years. He was talking about Christianity, and instead I asked him for advice instead of business advice. I asked him for wisdom. And for like an hour and a half, we only talked about religion. Instead of business. It was supposed to be a business interview, but it was all about religion. And I still try to find what kind of religion I would like to study, and it was really interesting because, you know, you guys have this common trait.
For me, I know that all those things I cannot do it myself. It's very hard. I mean, like, when you start into like, especially like business, like restaurant, it's very hard to, you know, like success, you know, like, because you have a lot of competition, and you gotta be like, you know, a different. I can do it all myself, so there's always, you know, I put in hand of the God, I pray, and you know, he helped me wisdom, he helped me go through all those things. when I young, like your age, I always looking for why I'm here, like in this world, like what is the reason? I mean, like everybody come here and then like walk, study, after study, walk, you have family and you go, There's like nothing really mean to it. But like when I start know about the Bible and then more get into it, and then all the Bible word is like made me like it's my motivation. So everybody is different because like there's some people very very simple, they don't have like everybody have their own like motivation. But I really want to say it's like you chasing when your dream, you need motivation on your like something that make you keep going. Something that you really need that to every person. If not, it's you easy to like fall down.
Right.
So
I actually tried to open like a online t-shirt business.
What business?
T-shirt.
Okay.
Well, it's because it was during COVID and I was like, you know what? Maybe I should stop studying and do something else, right? Because I mean, it sounds like the end of the world and people are dying, and I felt like maybe it's time to like do something new, right? So during the COVID break,
you'll be okay. You'll be okay. I promise you'll be okay. When we're young, it's like a lot more like harder than right now. Like especially. I'm come from Burma, Myanmar,
Oh, really?
Yeah, those are countries that are really hard. Yeah, that I will come from. So when I look back, I was like, oh, so like this kind of moment is, like. But when you were young, when you're facing those things, it's like it's very hard.
Right.
It's very hard to go through Christianity, Jesus, God. And I always know that there's like. Helping me, someone is beside me, like always watching over me, always helping me.
You're not the only one.
Yeah, you're not the only one, kind of thing. Yeah. So.
How old were you when you first like kind of studied the religion?
Not too long ago. So I was born in Christian. I think Korean is too. Most of them is Christian. I think.
I think actually, it's kind of funny. I mean, there are a lot of Christian like churches all over the place.
Yes, because I heard a lot.
Yeah, it's kind of a mixture of Buddhism and church, like Christianity. But one of my aunt, she's a monk.
Oh,
no
okay.
Hair.
Yeah, yes.
But yeah, like everybody's different though. Like it's kind of diverse, I guess.
Okay, so I born in Christian community. Like my parents are Christian, but. Like when you're young, you don't really like get into it, like until sudden like you facing something and then you will like, hey, if God you there, help me now. I just started like a few like couple years. Before that, I was like always looking for answer. What is the meaning of living in becoming human? Like everybody do the same thing, come to it.
Right.
And you raise, you go school, you look for a job, you spend your time family, and you pass away. What? Everybody do the same thing. That's not right. What does that mean? Like, and then finally I found God, and then like, I was, okay, He put me in this for a reason.
Yeah, that's why I kind of felt lost because during COVID, when I saw the news how people were just dying, and I felt so bad because those are just normal people, like they just live a normal life.
Yeah.
Like
that's what I feel. Yeah, it's the same feeling.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Just work for 40 years, get a cancer or whatever, right? Just stay in bed and.
There's nothing really mean to it until
I don't want to live that way.
Yeah.
That's why I started this. Like, I even if I don't like, I'm not doing it for popularity. I don't care I don't care who watches it. I just want to listen to people who have different perspectives.
Yes.
Instead of just going to work and having the same cycle over and over again. Because if I kind of zone out, time flies,
Yes, it is.
So.
I always wish that I was that earlier when I was like your age. When you like my age, like 40, you look back, I wish I could start earlier,
right.
But everybody is different, everybody have different like thinking, and then
50s, some people are like my age, like everybody has their own age, that moment in their life where like, I need to do this,
Yes.
I kind of rush all the time, 24 hours is not enough for me.
How old are you now?
18.
18. Oh my God, you baby. Yeah, you are
He's
a baby.
18 too.
Yeah, you guys are baby. Man, yeah, you got a long, long, long way to go. But when I was young, I'm still like going wide already, So that's really good already. It's very good started. Yeah. No, but you helping her out. That's really good thing. Like you always need like help each other. That's really good thing. Yeah.
Yeah, my goal is to interview like people like you, like a lot over time around this place.
So you always
and then,
learn something from. Yeah.
And then go out of state, like travel all around, and then go out of country.
So you gotta start early. Whatever your dream is, you gotta start early. Even though like 18, you gotta start. Yeah, you gotta start right now. When I'm 50, I wanna like explore the world. Go to different country, different culture. I wanna learn those things to like just enjoy. After 50, you don't wanna work hard anymore. So when you work out right now, so you don't have to work out later.
Yeah, the thing is like people sometimes say like, hey, you gotta chill sometimes. It is
yeah,
true,
you fun right now and you work out later, or you work out right now, you fun
right,
later.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't want to work hard when I'm in 60s and I'm like aching everywhere.
Yeah.
So just work now. Just get it done.
Yeah.
What's the best-selling menu in Zen Sushi?
Everything. So so what I do like last 3 menu. What I do is like I take out that not really people order and then I replace with something new. So people like to try new things. In the menu, new item, they try, they like it. So all of them is popular. And after 17 years, I pick really good one and I put it in the menu. So I know what people like, I know what people don't like. But it really depends on the region too. But I pick the one that the southern people like. Like southern culture, like stuff like that.
Like
Cajuns and spice, like jalapeno, all that stuff like that. Yeah.
How many like dishes are there on the menu?
About.
I guess it depends since you change.
Yeah, it's around. I keep it around 120. It's around there.
Oh, that's
yeah,
I
have like you see right when you come in. It's like there's one for sushi bar menu. There's another one from the kitchen. So yeah, those two is like like that. One menu about 60. Yeah.
Why is it named Zen? Like, is there a name? Like,
yeah.
Story
So
behind?
when I first try to open, you always look. The first thing is a name, right? What name you wanna use? I always wanted people to like. When you come in, I want to feel welcome and like not a lot of Japanese restaurants they do that. They more like quiet thing and stuff like that. But I try to like make a music like a little bit like sing along, enjoying a meal. Those kind of thing I wanted to. So that's why I picked the Zen. Zen means like you chill out, relax when you come, enjoy your meal, and
It has a lot of vibe. It's kind of like the walls kind of like dark and stuff. It gives me like kind of club. At night.
Yeah,
a little
especially like Friday night, like Saturday night, or those like weekend. I turn on like different kind of sound. I'm more focused like motivating things. I'm turn on the sound like keep you like make you happy, motivating sound when you're enjoying the meal. Those things, That's like I think what made me different to the other restaurant. Not like traditional one. Yeah.
Maybe this is an obvious question, but what is the busiest time of the week?
Weekend, weekend of course. But I have like every day is very steady. But the weekend is the most busy, like double, double people, double sales. The weekend like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Those are like weekend.
What is the most difficult, time-consuming menu? Like the one that takes so much time and like effort, I would say. Maybe.
On the menu?
Yeah.
I try to make it like quick as possible. It's like I set the system, so I think the most thing is the take time is the preparing before you open it, and then like get ready for the day. Especially like weekend, it's like you sell double, so you prepare a lot of items. When you come in, you already have everything, so you just make the roll and trying to.
Do you know Korean food called kimbap?
Yes.
Do you know?
Yes, I do. Yeah, we love Korean food. Yeah.
Well, it's kind of similar, like a little bit. It's kind of like backwards.
Yes.
You know, like
yes.
the seaweed.
The seaweed outside.
Yeah,
yeah.
Like, I understand what you mean. Like you just have the ingredients, you just put it in there, just roll it.
Yeah, just roll it.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
It's gonna depend on the day too, but how many orders are there per day?
Oh, wow, a lot.
Just like a range.
A lot. Like, I don't know by order. It's a lot. I can tell like by sale, you know, like 50 to 60,000 a week to sell. So it's about 200 something a month to sell. So it's a lot of order. It's a lot of order.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's very busy. Yeah, we are very busy. Yes.
Wow.
Compared to dining, the to-go is like same as sometimes the same as the dining sale. Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Wow. The other place that I interviewed, they said like 25% would be the to-go.
Yeah, mine is like almost 40% is to-go.
Wow.
Yeah, to-go and dining busy too, especially weekend. The to-go is like filled up. Like lunchtime, like earlier this morning, we already have a lot to go. Like the whole one is from hospital. They order it for everybody.
Right.
So one ticket is like $200, $300 ticket. It's a lot for the lunch. It's a lot. You know, like for the lunch, my menu is the price lower than the dinner.
Right.
You know.
You said you're gonna change like the menu, right? Like the trends.
Yes.
Yeah, but like, are you gonna do that for other restaurants at the same time?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to keep it like the same time, like wherever you go, the same system, and then you know the same like everything you want come in, you put in the same menu.
Right.
So it's easier because I was planning to do like like franchise stuff like that. So you need to have like those kind of systems that run. Yes.
I don't know if you know this, but in Korea it's kind of different where. You know how McDonald's, Smoothie King, whatever, those franchises that are from here that moved to Korea, it's sort of different because over there it's like really clean and it's like, as you said, they create trends. They create new menus and, I mean, there are like fundamentals, like the basic ones, but like they always try to be creative and then take it down and then, you know, just over and over again. And I feel like if you could do that, I think it'll be really nice.
That's really good idea.
Because franchises here I think it's kind of boring.
Yeah, it is. It is. So like, even though like KFC in our country is different than here, right? You can tell already. It's just.
When do you think you're gonna like become global? Like, how many years do you think it's gonna take? Can you like estimate?
For me, I was trying to open like every year, either one or two. But right now. It's two coming up, so that's my second year right now. Like after like 2020 is not really because like we open like by the end of the years. I don't really count it because my main goal is like in around 10 years. You know? But it's a lot. It's a lot already. I mean, like I try to open every year like couple restaurants. So,
I'm asking that so that later when I still do this interview, maybe I could interview you again when you have like all over the place.
Yeah, I would love to.
You know?
I would love to.
I think it'll be so cool, like looking back.
It is.
Do you have any like pros and cons about your business that you can think of?
Yes. I think every business has pros and cons. So you know.
I mean, they're pretty similar though.
Yeah, they're pretty similar.
Yeah.
The most difficult thing is when you first start it. And then it get easier and easier. There's like a problem to it, difficulty to it. So you know that's a part of the job that you're facing. It will get easier. You don't really worry about those problems anymore.
Right. If you would have start all over, like if you could go back in time, and if you could like change the history, whatever, like the past.
Yeah, like I told you earlier, I just wish I could start earlier. Like you know, like your age. Yeah, I could start earlier.
Yeah.
If I could start earlier, maybe by right now, whatever, like the global dream already come true right now. I mean, right? But I don't want to change anything. Yeah. There's a time for everybody. Yeah.
I think it was the right timing. Because I've interviewed other people that opened like 2019, right before COVID, and they're like really stressed out because they just started.
They just started and they had to shut down all those. Yeah. So I started at the worst place, I think. So you know, like it's like get better and better. So when you started like good time and then when you go down to the worst place, kind of feel, you know. But I started at a worst place.
You're
so,
pretty wise.
Yeah.
You picked the right timing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who do you recommend for this kind of business? It could be any, like you can say just anyone, like the age range or people who have this kind of job.
No, there's no limit to it. You need experience. What I say is, if you don't really know about what you're doing, you don't have experience to it, it's more chance to fail. Like if you have experience, what you know, what you're doing, and then it's not easy to fail. More chance to success. If you want to do like open a business, you learn the business like
be an expert.
Yeah, yes. Like you have to know in and out, like small detail to the big thing. And you have to know how to solve employee problem. You have to know how to solve the food controls, all those like customer service, and you need to have those experience. If not, like coming, you don't know what to do.
Right.
More chance to fail.
Right, that's true.
Yes.
Do you have any like last advice you want to say or like anything? I mean, you already said it. Like you said, follow your dreams, but
whatever you want to do, with your life, you start early, and then don't scare about making mistake or facing the problem. What you do, just enjoy this moment, and then you will get there. You will get there eventually. Just take the mistake as a stepping stone, one step closer to your dream. Have motivation, any kind. Whatever motivate you, you do it. You need it along the way. You need it. Whatever motivate you. Okay, the award or a song or whatever like motivate you, whatever make you refresh, whatever make you like go through it, and then don't scare about mistake or anything, and then you will get through it. Yes.
Yeah, it was
All right.
nice.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for interviewing today.